Okay. Back in Titanic VR. And I'm not live streaming because, well, my internet's down. But still, let's continue from where we ended the live stream yesterday. Or yesterday at the time of recording. Probably not yesterday at time of upload. That depends when the internet comes back. Anyway.
Oh hey, come check this out. Where'd you say you got your sub-license? Cereal box?
Sorry, that really wasn't my best.
I've started going through the images, but haven't found anything so far resembling Henderson's items.
That's a shame. How long will it take to go through all the images?
I think I can have them all done tomorrow evening. I really hope we find something.
Yeah, me too.
Hello, Ethan. Jean. How'd you both manage today?
Hi, Jillian.
I think we did well. We've scanned the area and I've started processing the images.
Oh, wonderful news. When do you think they'll be done?
I'd say tomorrow evening. How did the convention go?
It was marvelous. So many people came, and I got to hear a huge range of stories. I'll definitely be attending the next one.
Did you hear anything about Henderson?
Yes, actually. One lady in particular said her grandmother, Anne, was a survivor and spoke of the accident regularly. She remembers Anne talking about the kindness of a Scottish gent who helped families board lifeboats on the starboard side. Apparently, once he learnt teenage boys were being banned from boats on the port side of the ship, he went up and down the boat deck telling them to try on the other side.
Sounds like Henderson. How did she know it was him and not another passenger?
He was well known in business circles, wasn't he?
Yes, Anne didn't realize who it was at the time, but her mother did. Years later, she found letters her mother had written to friends about the kindness of William Henderson and other men who helped passengers. She was thankful that he thought it important to keep families together.
That's an impressive story. Does her family still have the letter?
Yes, but she didn't bring it with her. She'll email me through a copy when she can.
It'd be a great thing to include in the biography.
I'd love to accompany it with an image of his final resting place. I hope we'll spot something in these scanned images.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
Do you have a plan if we don't find anything in the images?
We'd be at another dead end. I suppose we could select another area and rescan, but I don't wish to keep doing that. My funding can only go so far, and I fear the search would need to be shelved.
That's all right. We understand.
I'd love for us to find him, but if we don't have evidence to follow...
We'll keep searching the debris field and let you know if we find something. You never know, we might find a new lead tomorrow.
I hope so. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for another lead here.
We'll talk again tomorrow evening.
Speak to you then.
So, what's our itinerary for tomorrow's dive?
Just one contract job for tomorrow, but it's an interesting one. You'll be assisting Mr. Ocean to film his documentary on the wreck.
Mr. Ocean, as in the big shot Hollywood director Eddie Ocean.
That's the one. He's requested you help light up the wreck with your sub while he films from another sub. He'll be communicating with you directly through the radio.
Wow, this'll be great.
It'll be an experience for sure, but he's known to have a bit of a temper, so you'll need to make sure you're fast and efficient.
Right. Will you be helping me?
No, unfortunately. I'll be spending the entire day here in the lab, searching through the images. You're on your own for this one.
Anyone else there?
Ocean has 2 historians in the sub with him, but they won't be much help to you. They're just there to assist him. Mr. Ocean has kindly provided us with new wide-beam lights. Should give you good coverage, and you can use your normal lights for spotlight work.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Radio check, Wilson.
All clear, Dr. Lynch. I think you're set. Just remember to only turn on your wide beam lights when you are directed to by Mr.
Can't
Ocean.
I leave them on all the time?
No, they'll drain your battery faster.
Alright, I think I'm ready.
You'll need to change over to channel 95 to speak with Mr. Ocean. His call sign is Ocean 1.
Great. Thanks, Gene. I'll talk to you later.
That was around the the time I won my first Academy Award. As you know, I've won a fair few since then.
Yes. Very interesting.
I'd just like to thank you again for having us here. We're big fans of your work.
I know, son.
Ocean 1, this is Sedna.
Sedna, this is Ocean 1. Welcome to my palace.
Good to be here.
Dr. Lynch, I have my right-hand men here, Harold Walsh and Sean Jones. Say hi to the doctor, boys.
Hello there.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Alrighty, down to business. We're filming sections of the bow today for my upcoming film. It's an educational documentary showing how much I've learned about the ship. And of course, it'll also be a great follow-up to my award-winning film. I'm guessing you've seen it?
Yeah, a while ago.
Of course you have. It's everyone's favorite. I'll be directing and filming from my sub while you'll provide extra lighting.
Right.
We've 6 locations to get through today, so we'd better get moving. First up is a shot of the bow. Get into position. Oh, and make sure all other transceivers are off. Now, I'm a patient man, but I won't stand for interruptions.
Yeah, sure.
The bow is a great place to start, Mr. Ocean. So many interesting things located here. The anchors, the ship's name, the iceberg damage.
What part will we be filming first, Mr. Ocean?
A panning shot of the stem, finishing where John and Daisy stood in my film.
Oh, that's my favorite part.
I didn't realize John and Daisy were based on real people.
Oh, they're not, but it's such a poignant shot from my film, I just have to recreate it. The fans will...
Wouldn't it be more educational to show areas with real history?
Ah, Walsh, we will. But I want to start by filming the most important locations. Ones that are linked to my films. We need to start by reminding people about the tragedy of the ship. To capture that...
The scene with John and Daisy. Very emotional.
Of course it was. That movie was a visual masterpiece. And this documentary will be even better. Are you trying to get yourself fired, Lynch? Move back! Move back!
Sorry.
Where did you get your license, Lynch? You couldn't even pilot a canoe! Lynch, turn on your wide beam lights. I want it right. Yes, yes, that's what I'm looking for. Your lights at that angle are perfect. I'm a genius. You might be asking yourself, how does Eddie Ocean come up with these brilliant ideas? These great shots? And it all comes down to one thing. Research?
Experience?
Imagination. That's all you need. Imagination.
And funding?
Well, obviously cash is important too, but it's mainly imagination. Ah! Don't blind me! Turn off your lights!
Sorry, yeah. Where to now?
To the port side anchor. Hurry up!
The port anchor is an excellent choice for footage.
Well, of course it is. That's why I'm heading there.
Did you know there were a total of 5 anchors on board Titanic?
5?
Yes, 3 at the bow and the 2 kedge anchors. One on the starboard forecastle deck and the other next to the stern flagpole.
Fascinating.
All right, here we are. Get into position. I don't have all day. Light it up! Now,
So,
Lynch!
Harold and Sean, what brings you to the wreck?
We are mainly here to assist Mr. Ocean in this expedition. We're producers on this documentary, but we also wanted to see the wreck for ourselves. We've been fans of the Titanic for a long, long time.
And fans of Mr. Ocean, of course.
Cut the chatter! There's an artist at work. Done! Next is Molly Brown's room. I want a shot of that brass bed.
Margaret Brown, Mr. Ocean. She was never known as Molly.
Whatever, Walsh. I don't care.
Sorry, where are we heading?
To B deck, of course.
But wasn't her room on E deck? Her account in the Newport Herald said.
I don't care what her account said. I have the camera, and I say it was this room. Lynch, stop dragging your feet. Get into position.
Where do you want me?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe there in front of the window? Get in there! Nice and close. No brass bed here. Well, that's all right. We can work around it. No, no, no! What are you doing? You're in the shot!
I haven't moved. I'm in the same spot.
I'm surrounded by incompetence! You realize who I am, right? We'll have to shoot it again. Move back, and make sure you keep out of the shot!
Sorry. Yeah.
This man really does have a short temper.
You see, that wasn't too hard, was it? If you focus, you can actually learn something about filmmaking. Next up is the captain's quarters. I want a shot of his bathtub and bedroom. Get over there! We're going to cover both the bathroom and bedroom. Just make sure you keep out of the shot.
Give you a choice of fresh or salt water, hot or cold.
Salt water?
It was considered therapeutic at the time, although most wealthy people only washed once a week.
Have you seen it before?
Well, I've seen pictures.
I'll tell you what's therapeutic. Diving, especially at this site. I love to come here and relax while filming. It's so calm and peaceful.
I can only imagine.
All right, positioning, lights, come on.
Sorry, Mr. Ocean, but my sub can only go so fast.
We're going to cover both the bathroom and bedroom. Just make sure you keep out of the shot.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. The angle's great. And now, the bedroom. What? No, I can't talk. I'm at the bottom of the ocean. Do you know how unprofessional this is? To contact me in the middle of a shoot? Yeah? Well, you should have known my transceiver was left on. I can't be expected to do everything around here. Unbelievable. Okay, we'll keep going. They can fix it in post. Lights off. The David is up next. Get over to the marker.
Which David are we filming, Mr. Ocean?
David number 1.
The one First Officer Murdoch last operated.
Where do you want me placed?
Above, pointing your lights down. Come on, light! Yes, that's the way, Lynch. Shine down like the heavens. You don't have much experience diving, do you, Lynch?
Well, this is my first expedition here, but I've
I
dived.
expected as much, judging by your piloting skills. All right, now get down onto the side of it. I want to see lights coming across, casting shadows. That's not quite right. My angle's off. I need to get a bit lower.
Mr. Ocean, you should maybe...
It's not good for the decks, you see.
I'm the experienced diver here. I know what I'm doing.
But you're damaging the wreck.
I'll park where I damn well please.
Stephen never speaks to us like this.
Pick up the pace, Lynch. I'm a busy man. I want another downward lighting shot. This time for the GSC.
The GSC? What's that?
The grand staircase. Keep up. You'll notice that this wrecked staircase doesn't look anything like the one in my film. It's because the original staircase broke up and floated out of the ship as it sank.
Yeah, your recreation looked pretty accurate.
Yeah, I personally oversaw the whole project. I like to be involved in everything, you know. It's a hard job, but the art is worth the effort.
Yeah, I think...
Of course, it couldn't have been done without my team. They helped a lot with the actual production of the film, but it was my guidance that got us there. I think that's why I won so many awards for that film. Guess how many?
Guess how many awards?
Yeah, go on. How many awards did I win?
Well, maybe...
20! Can you believe it? 20 awards for that single film! And I'm expecting more for this documentary. I'm revolutionizing the film industry just being here. Get into position and hurry up with those lights.
Oh, sorry.
Are you trying to kill me? When I said I wanted to return to the wreck, I didn't mean permanently. Did you see that? That damn fish ruined my shot! I'll have to reset and start again.
But Mr. Ocean, that's the ghost fish. It's rare to capture it on film.
Surely you know about the ghost fish.
Of course I know about the ghost fish, Walsh.
Are you going to follow it?
No, I can't. My sub's too big to navigate down there. Even with my piloting skills, I can't get close enough with a camera.
I can try getting near it with my ROV.
Don't be ridiculous. If I can't get close, you'd have no hope.
What size is the ROV? Do you have a decent camera?
It's pretty small and fast, but it's only got a basic camera and lights.
You can't be seriously considering this.
I'm afraid so. Dr. Lynch,
But he's an amateur. If I get an ROV, I'll be able to.
you can't afford an ROV, Mr. Ocean, just like you couldn't afford this dive. It was your decision to blow the film budget on CGI.
That iceberg looks amazing, and you know it. It'll make this film.
You're lucky we even paid to bring you down here at all, with the way you've treated us. It certainly won't be happening again.
Are we finished with this filming session, Mr. Ocean?
Yes, I guess so.
Then you're free to go, Dr. Lynch. We'll be in touch.
Yes, of course. Looking forward to it. CCGS Wilson, that's a Sedna, over.
Sedna, this is CCGS Wilson. Over.
I'm ready to head up.
How did you go with the filming?
It was interesting. I'll tell you about it when I surface.
No worries. See you soon.
Good, good. Thank you. What time is it? Huh.
So, I've had a call from a Mr. Walsh.
Yeah, he was with Mr. Ocean. What did he say?
That he and Mr. Jones were impressed with your attitude and interest towards the wreck, and they'd like to hire us for a contract to film a fish?
A ghost fish. Apparently it's newly discovered, and the footage of it is worth quite a bit. Seems to live deep inside the wreck, and they need someone to film it with an ROV.
Ah, I wondered about that. They've paid to upgrade Predator's cameras and lights, and want us to dive tomorrow, weather permitting. How was Mr. Ocean?
Painful. How'd you go with the images?
No luck, unfortunately. I'd hoped we'd find something for Gillian.
Well, at least the images can be sent off to other teams.
Yeah, I'm just not sure where we go from here to find Henderson.
I hope Gillian has something for us. Hi, Gillian.
Hello, how are things?
Not going well, I'm afraid. We haven't had any luck with the images. I've searched through them all and haven't found anything relating to Henderson.
Nothing came up today on the wreck either.
My research into the debris fields hasn't brought any new leads. I'm very sorry, but we've had no leads on William's gravesite for several days, and as per our contract, I'm gonna have to put my funding for this expedition on hold.
We understand.
Look, I appreciate all the work you've both put into this search so far, and if we do find a new lead, I'll be happy to reopen the search, but I just can't afford to keep you down there without anything solid to pursue.
It's okay. We were aware this might happen. We're thankful that we've had the opportunity to work with you.
This experience has been unforgettable.
We've managed to learn so much about William and his life in such a small amount of time, and it's made a huge difference in the biography. You'll both be credited in the book, of course.
Thanks. We'll continue to look for clues around the site and give you a call if we find anything new.
Thank you. I'm so sorry to have to pull out at such a late stage.
It's fine. We understand.
I hope we'll speak again soon.
Well, that's great.
It's the nature of the job, unfortunately. Sometimes there's information popping up everywhere and then long periods of nothing in between.
What do we do now?
We continue with our dive tomorrow. We have funding for that at least. After that, I'm not sure.
In good news, we have some new gadgets for the ROV. The new lights and camera are over there on the table.
I'll get on it now then. All finished.
See you tomorrow.
Radio check.
Coming through clear, Dr. Lynch.
Something wrong?
No, just realizing this might be our last dive.
That's okay. I'm sure something will pop up. Even if it doesn't, we'll find another sponsor for next season.
Yeah.
Okay, where should I look for this fish?
Mr. Walsh said it's usually spotted around E-Deck.
Alright, I'll head down there and take a look around. Did he give any tips on how to do this?
Just said it's agile and very fast. Makes it difficult to capture on film.
Okay, so I'll need to be quick and try not to scare it off.
And remember to use the new red lights, too. The fish doesn't seem to see red light, so it shouldn't react.
I'll activate them when I get down there.
This makes it even more creepy. Flippin' heck.
I'm well enjoying this. I played him. Long story. I played him on Pokemon the other week and he battered me. So to get him back, I battered his mum. Okay, now, but the exclusive clips we've got for this video don't end there because we've actually got some inside intel as to where Morgan was.
Damn! It swam out. Here it is.
Can you get it
I'll
on
keep my
film?
distance and start recording. Yeah, I'll just get closer. Here it is. I'll keep my distance. And notice the camera. It's heading for the staircase.
It'll be harder to find if it gets out the ship.
I'll follow it.
Back to this modern classic. Got videos to film. Inconsiderate cow. You've got a funny shade of red there, mate. Are you alright, lad? Maybe lay off the stellars.
No, it got out!
Quickly, get after it.
No, please. She's alive. All that way to Sheffield for nothing.
Okay, it stopped again.
Do you think you'll be able to get close enough for a clear shot?
Yeah, it's in a good spot here. I've got it.
Did you get enough footage?
Yeah, I think so. Do I need to do anything else while I'm here?
No, that's all you needed to do. You can change back to your normal lights. Ready to head back?
Not quite yet. I saw something behind the fish shimmer with the light. I'm gonna check it out.
Might as well. This will probably be our last dive. A Bible. Is there anything identifiable there? A name? Initials?
We need to mark this location, and I'll take photographs so we can verify everything in the lab.
Alright, location is marked. Are you able to collect the pocket watch?
Yeah, it's just sitting on top. I'll leave the other items. WJ... Hey, Gene, I know it sounds unbelievable, but I think this might be Henderson.
Are you sure? I think you might be jumping to conclusions here.
Maybe, but with the initials on the watch and the Bible, I mean, it's possible.
Well, what should we do?
I'll head back to the surface.
I really hope you're right about this.
Well, this watch is in excellent condition. You wouldn't even know it's been down there so long. The initials are engraved on the back, and the face shows the time the ship sank.
As we already know,
Ah.
Henderson's
What are
initials
you
don't
doing
match
here?
any other first-class passengers. A watch like this would have only been owned by a wealthy man, too.
It looks the same as the one in his photographs. It must be a match.
The shoes and coat seem to be like the style Henderson preferred. He always had his shoes handmade.
The Bible pages appear to be completely deteriorated, but the leather cover is intact.
I'm sold. I think it's time to contact Gillian and let her know.
I agree.
Hello, how are you both?
Going well, Gillian. We have some good news for you.
Oh?
We think we found Henderson's final resting place.
Oh my, are you sure? Where was he?
He was near the back of the bow on the port side, close to the debris field we were scanning 2 days ago. We placed a marker and photographed some of the items at the location.
We also recovered a pocket watch from the site. It has the initials WJH engraved on the back.
Do you think it's possible it could be someone else's? Have you checked them against the photos I sent through?
Yes, the items match the photos.
We've found him.
Oh, you don't know how much this means to me, to finally find William's grave. I was starting to think I was wasting my time chasing ghosts in the Atlantic.
Now you have an ending for your biography.
Not just that, we have closure.
What would you like to do?
I want to come down on the next dive with you and place a memorial plaque at the site. I want to see it for myself.
Great idea.
What did you want to do with the items we've collected?
They'll be displayed in museums, alongside other people's recovered belongings. It's important that children learn about the tragedy of the Titanic, that these objects pulled from the ocean remain as reminders of the lives lost. And to thank you both. I want to fund our next expedition.
Our next expedition.
Where are we heading?
Sedna, this is CCGS Wilson.
This is Sedna. Go ahead. Over.
You should be coming up on the stern now, Dr. Lynch. About 200 meters and closing.
Thanks, Gene. I'll let you know when it starts to show up on my map.
Great. Excited to be back?
Yeah, it's been a long winter. Glad to be back in the driving seat.
Getting bored with the new toys in your lab at the university?
I appreciate all the funding we received after finishing the Henderson job. The attention generated was great for the department. It's just nice to be back out in the field again.
Good to hear. How far are you from the stern now? You must be almost ready to disengage autopilot.
Just reaching the ocean floor now.
Okay. Autopilot is disengaged. You'd better place a marker before we head too far. Interact with the button in front of the map to place one.
Marker's been placed.
Right. You can head towards the reciprocating engines then. The location is marked on your map, and the mission log has been updated.
So, this is a photography mission?
Yeah, we've been contracted to photograph a bunch of locations around the stern wreck. We've a couple of side tasks to carry out while we're here too, but I'll let you know as we get to them.
I don't think I've seen many photos of the stern.
Yeah. There aren't many photographs of the stern as it's not as accessible or photogenic as the bow. It's a bit of a mess. The stern suffered a lot of structural damage as it sank, so most of the interior decks collapsed and the starboard side is missing hull plating. But even through all the destruction, quite a few interesting features survived, so we'll be focusing on capturing these on camera. Historians have learned a lot by studying the differences in damage and deterioration between the bow and stern sections. The photographs we take today will help experts monitor the rate of decay for different areas.
Alright, I can see it up ahead. The engines are massive.
These two reciprocating engines weigh about 900 tons each and stand just over 9 meters tall. They were powered by the steam from the boiler rooms and turned the two side propellers. They also powered the turbine engines which turned the central propeller.
Looks like the upper decks have collapsed and draped over the cylinders.
Yeah, what used to be the first and second class kitchen galley is covering the starboard side, and parts of the sea deck are laying on the port side.
Whoa, what a mess. I think I'm close enough for a photo.
Great. You'll need to deploy the ROV and use the camera.
Ah, the Predator. Has anything changed on the ROV since I last operated it?
Yeah. It's had a few upgrades thanks to the additional funding. Top quality transmitters have been fitted, so you shouldn't have any issues going out of range of Sedna.
Great. I've taken a photo. What's next?
You can get out of camera mode by pressing and releasing the info button again. From this menu, you can also see the ROV's map, with your next goal location and mission log visible. You should head towards the second-class entrance on the boat deck.
Can I get there in the ROV, or do I need to bring the submersible?
Up to you, really. The range on the ROV is enough to cover the entire stern, but you might like to use the submersible to light up your photographs better. To get back into the submersible, press the return
Right.
button.
I'll head to the second-class entrance now.
You might like to swing past the starboard side before you head up to the boat deck. You can kind of see the turbine and dynamo engines through the missing hull. You'll need to be at ground level to look in, just forward of the strip of boat deck hanging down.
Ah, nice. The dynamos generated all the electricity on board, right?
Yeah. Titanic had 4 steam-driven generators that powered the lights, heating, fans, Marconi radio equipment, clocks, telephones, cranes, and elevators. She also had 2 backup generators on D-deck for emergencies, and they were run every night, just in case. Titanic really was a state-of-the-art ship with all the latest conveniences.
What's so
Blimmin' heck.
special about the second-class entrance? Why are we heading there?
The Olympic-class liners were the first to provide second-class passengers with an elevator, and the elevator equipment can be seen at the second-class entrance.
Ah,
The elevator ran through the central well of the forward second-class staircase and accessed the boat deck through to the F deck, skipping A deck. An elevator steward was allocated to each of the 4 elevators on board. They manually moved the elevator up and down the shaft using a lever connected to the motors. A good steward could stop the elevator level with each deck and assisted passengers with information about onboard facilities.
Alright, I'm at the second-class entrance. It's not in great shape.
The walls of the entrance are propping the equipment up, but it's leaning to port and unstable. Be careful not to get too close when taking the photograph.
Right. Done. Where to next?
Next up is the Starboard A deck crane, just aft of here. I've updated your map and mission log.
I'll head there now. I didn't realize any cranes survived on the stern.
Yeah, this is the only one still attached. It was electric, like the other cranes on board, and was used to access the number 4 hatch on B deck. The stern holds 4, 5, and 6 were mostly used for storing third-class